Let's do it. Okay, so.
Wait, we gotta say... Hi, Sage.
Hi, Danny. I'm just too excited. I want to get right into it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi, Danny.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Are you excited for some more conspiracies?
I am.
Yeah?
I am. I always am.
Good. Of course. And this is a fun one. This is Avril Lavigne. We're going to be talking about the Avril Lavigne Conspiracy.
I like this one. I've heard of it, but, like, I've only seen, like, a couple tweets about it, so, like, I never really, like, looked into it.
Totally.
But I'm very excited to hear about it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at before this, is that I knew about it because I don't know about you, but I was the biggest Avril Lavigne fan when I was a wee one. I bought her one album, I think the album that Girlfriend is on. It might even be called Girlfriend, I don't know. I bought that album, like, 3 separate times, like, hardcover CDs of it. Because each album came with a different t-shirt.
Jesus.
This is when I'm like 11 years old, okay? I had to save up my allowance for months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was worth it. I mean, I don't regret. No regrets.
Oh my god. I actually have a funny story about Avril.
Tell me.
Because I was also a very big Avril fan. I cannot remember what the song was called, but I remember getting into, like, a friendship-ending fight at the ripe age of 7 over Avril.
Oh my god.
Like, it was about, like, I honestly, like, I can't even remember the song, but, like, it was a song where I was saying, like, oh, I like this song on the album. My friend was like, that song's not on the album, and I was like, bitch, I will fight you. That song is on the album. And we got into, like, a massive fight, and I was right, because I need to be right. I brought the album to school. And was look, it's right here. And she, like fought so hard. She's like, it's not on the album. Like, that song doesn't exist. And I was like,
you're an
yes,
idiot.
It does. It absolutely does. And we got into a massive fight about it. And I was right. And she didn't want to be friends anymore. So.
Okay, and you haven't talked to this day. Yeah, honestly, if she doesn't know her Avril, I don't want her. Well, I love that for you, first and foremost. You know, that's just weeding out, you know, that's people showing their true colors. You don't need that in your life.
If you're not a diehard Avril fan, you
then get out. Yeah. Well, where I work, I've never heard this much Avril Lavigne since I was, you know, in my big Avril stage. I swear to God, every other song is Avril Lavigne. It's crazy.
Really?
Dead ass, like, every other song is Avril Lavigne. It's nuts.
Shoppers gives off an Avril vibe. I'll take it.
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah. Kind of emo, kind of preppy, hard to pin down, for sure.
It's like emo London drugs.
Yes, Shoppers. Exactly. Shoppers. Don't sue me for calling you emo. It is what it is.
Emo people, it's a joke.
Yeah, also emo people, don't sue us. All right, so I think we're just going to get right into it here. So... segues are for the week. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you hadn't heard, you know, this is kind of one of those ones where I feel like it's kind of like 50-50 if you heard of it. But this guy, essentially, the conspiracy is that Avril died or was killed when she was younger, around like 2003, 2004, and was replaced by a body double. Okay, so after she shot to fame with her 2002 hit Complicated, Avril Lavigne became one of the biggest stars of the year. And I mean, I don't know if you remember that time, but that song was everywhere. It's still kind of everywhere if you just listen to, like, Star FM or whatever, just like the generic.
It's like an iconic song.
Right? It really is. And essentially after an incident with the paparazzi where Avril Lavigne was harassed and ended up being trapped in an underground subway by paparazzi, they just kind of swarmed her. She started to think that fame was more of a burden rather than like a privilege or something she wanted. So the theory being that she took her life after this incident while recording her follow-up album, Under My Skin, by hanging herself. Her label was desperate to keep the momentum of her career running and chose to, rather than say, hey, she died, they replaced her with the doppelganger, who is believed to be Melissa Vandella. Who had been originally brought on by Avril's team to supplement public appearances because they look the same. Because Avril is pretty well known, I think, for being really awkward at meet and greets and not touching her fans and stuff like that. So basically they brought Melissa in to kind of offset that. This is backed up by the drastic change in the music styles as she moved from songs like Losing Grip, I'm With You, My Happy Ending, Complicated, you know, like all of those, like the sad, like, and like really like soul jams, you know.
This was when she dyed her hair blonde.
Yes, exactly. So this is, and then so from this point, she moved over to songs like Girlfriend Hot and, of course, the infamous Hello Kitty. And yes, this is when she went from having her like mousy brown hair to she went balls to the wall bleach blonde with like.
You did that in one sitting, I bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's when she started putting pink and green in her hair and stuff like that. And it's speculated that the catalyst for her suicide was either the death of her grandfather, or the divorce of her parents. So, you know, there's a lot of kind of shitty things happening at one time. So, you know, that's kind of the theory there. This also, I think, is important to mention that this originated on a Brazilian fan site. I could not find it. I looked everywhere for this fucking original, because it was just a blog post. It was like an Avril fan blog post. And yeah, I can't find it anywhere. It doesn't help that I speak English and only English, so that doesn't make things easier, but yeah. So, yeah, that's the theory. That's kind of where we're going, and I have some evidence here. I have some photos I'm going to post for you guys. I have a little bit of, I have a video for us to listen to as well, and we'll kind of see how we're feeling at the end. All right?
All right.
So, Danny, I'm going to get you to pull open those photos that I sent you,
yes.
And then, guys, feel free. We're going to, of course...
we'll pre-post them. So.
Yeah, exactly. We'll post them on the Instagram and...
Everyone get out your phones.
Yes. Get out your phones, look at these photos. So, the first thing that people are saying is that the ears look different. Okay? So, I mean, to me, they look pretty similar. It just looks like one ear is a little bit rounder. Mm-hmm. One ear is a little pointier.
I'm not an ear specialist.
Yes, exactly.
But I do see.
There's small differences for sure, and something too to keep in mind is that, as I'm looking into this, allegedly ears are really similar to fingerprints, and everyone has different ones. I mean, of course, obviously it makes sense, but we're really looking for the really minuscule differences here. So, like right around the edge of the ear, instead of it curving in, it's kind of like a straight line on the left hand side versus the right-hand side, and just, you know, a bunch of stuff like that. So, they look like different ears. They look also like the same ear. But I would say that they're different enough that definitely could be, you know, definitely adds into the conspiracy for sure.
I feel like the ear on the left, like, definitely has more, like, cartilage. Maybe I'm reaching here, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel like the ear on the right.
The ear on the right is a little lobier.
Yeah, it's got more, like, skin tissue for sure. Yeah, no, definitely agree. So yeah, that's our first little piece of evidence we got going on here. All right. Next, she, on her left canine tooth, you probably have noticed she's got the really cute little snaggle tooth. Personally, I love a good snaggle tooth. I think they're super cute. And yeah, so before the 2003, 2004, when this all was going down, allegedly, her little snaggletooth was pretty prominent. It was out there. Anytime she smiled, you could totally see it. It's definitely like a defining characteristic for her. However, now, after 2004, it's hardly there anymore. It's way toned down. It's a little bit still there, but I mean, and not nearly as prominent. Like, if she was smiling and you were 5 feet away, you probably wouldn't notice it. Which, I mean, could be dental work, but I think that, you know, added to all of the other things, it's just a very interesting change, especially time-wise, that we're looking there.
Yeah, totally.
Another thing is that before, she had a lot of birthmarks, and moles and stuff like that now are either gone or they're in different places. Or later Avril or Vandella, whomever, actually has a lot more than the original Avril has. So that's another thing. And a lot of people, too, are saying that some of the birthmarks on new Avril are actually plastic surgery. So, you know?
Like,
just
scars or like purposely
made birthmarks. Exactly. Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. So that would be our third little piece. Her handwriting, this is probably the biggest one.
Changing your handwriting is not easy.
Yeah, no. And it's a pretty significant difference.
Yeah.
Of course, again, like, we'll post this on, but before it's very, like, I don't know, it just looks
very straight.
Yeah.
The second one's very, like, wavy and curvy.
Yeah, and then the second one, it feels very, like, you had those girls in high school who, like, would just sit there and like, write out the alphabet until they had perfectly adorable, like, bubble letters and stuff like that. That's what the second one looks like to me.
Yes.
It's just very, like, it's perfect. The handwriting, it's just perfect and it's cute. Whereas, originally, it's a little bit more messy. It cares a little bit less, almost, it looks like.
I will say, my handwriting looks like the original one. Like, I have very, like...
Yes.
Crazy, like, it's like
Danny almost writes in cursive.
Yes. Yeah, it's like partially cursive, partially not.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody who has handwriting like that, it is very fucking hard to not write like that. Like, every time I'm at work, so we have, just side story, at my work, we have to, like, vote for, like, basically, like, a partner of the quarter, like, employee of the month, but it's for the quarter.
And they always know who you vote for?
Oh, everybody fucking knows. Like, immediately, they're like, oh, this is Danny. Like, and I try to change my writing. Like, I try to make it look different so people won't know it's me. Every partner of the quarter, people have been like, yeah, you voted for this person. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm trying so hard.
Right with your left hand.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, I would say, that's the biggest piece for me. I find the most... the most compelling piece of evidence.
Yes.
Another thing people are kind of pointing to is that, I don't know if you guys know, but Avril Lavigne nowadays lip syncs at almost all of her concerts. She's almost always lip syncing. She does, yes. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And before 2004, she used to openly mock Britney Spears for lip syncing. So it's just a very big shift in mentality to thinking Britney is a little bit of a lesser musician because she's not performing live, to now she doesn't perform live. But the difference is, most people don't know that with Avril because it's not something she advertises. Whereas with Britney, she doesn't give a fuck because she's doing all of these acrobatics and all this crazy shit, right? So Britney Spears is pretty upfront about it. Yeah. Whereas Avril is not. So there's that too. And then, so people are also thinking that Melissa, or Avril's body double, is leaving clues in songs and through publicity. Mm-hmm. So, for example, in the song Slipped Away, she sings, "The day you slipped away was the day I found it won't be the same." Of course, pointing to the day that Avril passed. Things, of course, are going to be different. Mm-hmm. In the song Happy Ending, she sings, "Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead, held up so high on such a breakable thread," which is interesting because the theory is, of course, that Avril committed suicide by hanging herself. And then there's a photo I have, of course, we'll upload it. Danny, you can check it out now, taken of Avril with the name Melissa Sharpied on the back of her hand. So, just little interesting things, little things to kind of, like, little Easter eggs.
Food for thought.
Yeah, exactly. And then a big one, too, is that she's having voice changes. So, since 2004, her pitch has steadily risen, and some fans are claiming that she's unable to hit many of the low notes that she was able to in her first and second albums. And on the one hand, a lot of people say, well, voice changes as you get older, but generally speaking, your voice gets lower as you get older.
I was going to say, it doesn't get higher.
Yeah, exactly. She's not going through reverse puberty here.
Yeah.
So I have a video on my phone I'm actually going to bring up and I'm going to show you guys. So you can hear what I'm talking about and kind of judge for yourself.
I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I definitely hear it. I also, like, just even, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching here, but I feel like the new Avril's like that, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she's like, I feel like, because everyone was like, Avril's emo, but I also feel like it was like, Avril was also just kind of like alt and like skater and tomboyish when she was younger, you know? And I feel like the new Avril is like, they're like emo, kawaii, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the good, it's like, that's
Yeah.
not the same. Not all, like, goth emo girls
Are the
same.
I agree. It's like in her earlier years, yeah, exactly. She was like tomboy skater girl. She would not wear a dress on the red carpet.
She would wear tank tops and a tie.
Literally, like I copied Avril. I used to wear skirts over my jeans because Avril did it. Okay, I did it all the time.
Cotton skirts over denim pants.
Absolutely. So
not skinny jeans though.
Like no flare.
Cut or a bell bottom.
Oh my god, yeah. And yeah, I think my first day of 7th grade, I wore a tie with my V-neck t-shirt. So
I love it.
Yeah, I loved her. So yeah. So anyways, so yeah, it's pretty obvious. I would say that it's not so obvious that she can't hit the lower notes. It's just that before when she was younger, when she was singing, it's just like the octaves are lower. And then you know, in the next, she just rises it a couple of notes so that she doesn't have to try to hit those low notes. But I would say it's a pretty significant difference. Like, you can definitely tell. It's not something that you have to listen to a few times and be like, I guess I see it. No, you can tell right away.
Yeah.
And then also through my own research and just seeing a lot of before and after videos, I'm going to admit there's a pretty significant difference in performance styles. Before 2004, she's very static. She doesn't really move, doesn't do a whole lot of lights, doesn't do a lot of effects. It's very much just...
It reminds me of, like, a, underground band performance.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, underground punk band. Like,
totally.
There's no lights. It's just
the music.
The focus is the band and the singing.
Totally.
You know?
Exactly. I totally agree. So that's exactly what she's like. Just that underground scene. Just, I'm here to sing, to perform, and that's what I'm here to do. Which is awesome. But after 2004 to 2005, she started moving around a lot more. She jumps, she walks, she moves. There's a lot more lights, lots of effects. She has smoke machines and shit. And then overall, it's just a lot more of a preppy vibe. There's lots of pink.
Poppy.
Exactly. Lots of pink, lots of like cutesy skulls with bows. Just very, very opposite. I remember actually when I was younger, I remember noticing a difference from her first 2 albums to, I'm pretty sure it's called, I should know this. Oh no, The Best Damn Thing, that's what it is. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, waiting for The Best Damn Thing to come out, and as soon as it came out, I was like, what?
I remember her dyeing her hair blonde.
Yes.
And when that came out, everyone was like,
what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
I remember being a kid and being like,
I was shook. Yeah.
She's blonde.
Yep,
She's in
definitely.
a skirt. What is
Who
going
is
on?
she? I don't know her anymore. It's true, totally. So yeah, that's essentially all of the evidence backing up the theory. Which, I mean, I think there's a lot of compelling stuff in there. I think some of it's just kind of like meh, but overall, I mean, pretty fair.
I have another piece of evidence.
Ooh, Danny.
Yeah, it's from my mind. I didn't look it up. 2004 Avril would never have married Nickelback.
Oh my god! 2004 Avril would never marry Chad Kroeger. You're right. Oh my god.
Ew.
I remember when that happened, and I was like, I was kind of still a fan. No longer.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Avril, but you made the wrong decision
what
there.
the fuck?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna agree with that is the most compelling piece of evidence so far. You're right, she never would. But yeah, basically Avril's response to all of this is she's been confronted about it, you know, naturally a few times. I just have a couple of excerpts here. She was interviewed by an Australian radio show hosted by Jack Yo and Kyle Sandilands, in which she was asked about her feelings on the whole thing and how she felt about people thinking that she has been replaced by a doppelganger. Her responses are not... Here, she says, "Some people think that I'm not the real me, which is so weird. Why would they even think that?" And that's it. That's all she said.
So weird.
It's so weird.
It's just so weird.
So that was her response there. In a time she was live streaming over Facebook, answering questions, and a fan asked her if she was dead. Are you dead? Her response was, "No, I'm not dead. I'm here." I think it's a really silly that anyone would ever believe that, but yeah, it's this huge rumor. So, I mean, she's not really, like, she's not saying
She's
no.
a little defensive about it,
Well,
too.
but, like, she's just kind of like, I don't know why anyone would think that. And that's it. And then, lastly, what I have here is Entertainment Weekly, while chatting about her upcoming album, this one being Head Above Water, so very recently in 2019 here, asked, there's a conspiracy theory a few years back going around that you died and a doppelganger named Melissa took your place. Seeing that story go viral again, how did that affect you personally? And she responded with, more like that it's just a dumb internet rumor, and I'm flabbergasted that people bought into it. Isn't that so weird? It's so dumb. And I look the exact same. On one hand, everyone is like, oh my god, you look the same. And on the other hand, people are like, oh my god, she died.
Yeah.
So it sounds like she's getting kind of fed up with it.
2004 Avril would never use the word flabbergasted.
Right? I agree. 2004 Avril would say, this interview is fucking over, finger everyone and leave. So I don't know what to say. So yeah, that's the Avril conspiracy. My conclusion here is I'm gonna say, Danny, what do you think?
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna put you on the spot here.
I don't know. She has definitely changed a lot, but is it just like, did fame just get to her? You know, kind of thing? Like, well, maybe not fame, I shouldn't say that, but like...
Or like managers and...
Yeah, maybe she like grew up and came out of her shell and they were like, hey bitch, we know you're sad, but the sad look ain't
cute
working
anymore.
You know?
Yeah, fair.
And kind of like made her change.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is like, I don't know if you've heard of like the Britney conspiracy.
Oh, honey, have I ever, yes.
Maybe this is like a scenario like that. Like maybe it's like,
true.
They like basically own the rights to her fucking life and are like,
this is what you have to do. Yeah.
You need to wear pink and be blonde.
Yeah, no, because 2004 Avril would probably die before releasing Hello Kitty. That's all I'm going to say about that. So for you, you're thinking, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, say maybe. Maybe. It could be a body switch up.
Yeah, it could be a body double. Could just be a human growing up. Who knows?
Or maybe this is also... Whoa. Hold on. Maybe she lives in, like, fucking Cuba or something.
Oh, shit.
And she's not dead. She just didn't want to be famous anymore. Maybe this is, like, a Tupac conspiracy.
I was going to say, that could... that's not the first time we've heard that. So, for me personally, I don't think this is true. It's fun and interesting, but I fail to see the benefit in any of this.
Yeah.
I would say after having to pay off lawyers and family members, many, many other people, anyone really that Avril Lavigne is supposed to interact with, including Melissa herself, that's a lot of money going out, and I can't imagine that they'd be making too much more than that. And if you're not going to make a ton of money, what's the point? It's a lot of work. So I think that there's too many loose ends, and it's also been proven time and time again that when a musician dies, particularly a young one, we see a major spike in record sales. So, for example, Chester Bennington of Linkin Park, when he committed suicide, Linkin Park saw a 7,000% streaming surge the very next day.
Shit.
After Prince died, 5 of his albums entered the Billboard Top 10 list and outsold every other artist living or dead.
Yeah.
And when Kurt Cobain died, Kurt Cobain. When Kurt Cobain died, all 3 of Nirvana's albums made massive jumps in the Billboard charts, which with Bleach, oh my god, I can't speak. With Bleach experiencing a sales increase of 200%.
Also the beaches.
Everyone
was going to the beach. That was like for those of you who listen to like kind of like alternative music.
Yeah.
That was like, who is it? Is it Death Cab for Cutie? The guy had cancer.
No, that was Tragically Hip.
Yeah, and I remember, so we have a radio station here called The Peak, literally all the peak played for like
Yeah.
24 hours, I shit you not, was their music.
Yeah. Well, that's also too. When Michael Jackson died, I swear every single radio station for like a solid like 2 or 3 days was just Michael Jackson music. So I'm saying, like, why not capitalize off that instead? You make a fuck ton of money when a musician dies. You know, it's sad, but it's true. So Avril, you're kind of weird, and Hello Kitty might go down as the worst song of our generation. But I believe you can buy it, honestly. There are no records of Melissa Vandella anywhere that I can find.
Yeah.
There's nothing on IMDb because originally, you know, they hired her as an actress, and she was allegedly an actress beforehand. There's nothing anywhere about her. The only place I can find a Melissa Vandella is on Facebook, and it's a different spelling. So, Melissa, sorry.
It's just a random small country
Yes.
girl.
Yeah, literally. So there's honestly, like, there's not really any hard or too compelling evidence to support this theory for me, excluding, again, like, the handwriting samples. And that being said, like, who hasn't just sat and, like, rewritten the alphabet over and over to kind of, like, pick out a printing style.
Maybe she just did that for, like, the photo.
Yeah, also that, because as you guys can see, you know, the first
like
one
two
is
lines.
her notes, and the other one is her posting on Twitter.
For the gram, Avril.
Yeah. So, yeah, for me, I'm going to say credibility, like a 3.5 out of 10. Likelihood, like, I'll give like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
But, you know, for entertainment, it's a fun one. Entertainment value, I'm going to give you a 7. It's fun. You know, it's interesting to learn about.
Yeah.
Do I think it's real? No. So, now that we have chatted about Avril, basically I'm going to be going into quite a few more just honorable mentions when it comes to celebrity conspiracies. I wanted to keep it light, fun, interesting, and I just, have some that you might have heard of, some that you might not have heard of. So, yeah, we're just going to dive right in. How do you feel about that, Danny?
I'm ready.
You excited?
I love celebrity conspiracies. I think they're so funny.
Right? They're just so interesting.
It's just so funny because, like, just so many people think they know their lives. I just love
Right?
it.
Right? That's the funny part, is that everyone's like,
so involved, and they're like,
there's
well,
so much mystery
yeah.
to it. And I'm like, I think they're just human beings. But
I'm
that's
a really big
me.
Beyonce fan, therefore I know her fucking personally. So I know this.
Yeah,
is
like,
actually, whoa,
okay.
whoa, okay, relax.
It's like, we'll take it back like several notches here. Well, I'm just going to start then. I'm going to start with, we have a Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Steve Jobs 2.0, essentially.
Oh.
So this guy is actually, or not this guy, but this one is a pretty recent one that was going around just in 2018 here. So in mid-2018, about 7 years after he died of pancreatic cancer, someone on Reddit posted an image of a man in Egypt who looks exactly like fucking Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Oh my god. Have you seen this?
I think I saw it recently. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. I've seen it. It does kind of look like it.
It really does. Like, I was looking at the photo. Do I think it's him? No, perhaps not. So when that photo surfaced, everyone was basically saying Steve Jobs is hiding in Egypt after he faked his death. So
Also, cancer is not usually a death that people fake.
yeah.
I mean, maybe like getting shot or like being attacked or something, but like cancer, that's
that's pretty
fucking
public
commitment to
Yeah.
fake.
Totally.
I mean,
I agree.
He is
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, so
I guess he's got
I guess
the
he's
money
got,
for
the
it.
money and the fucking time.
Yep. Well, what people are saying is that he's doing the, the Steve Jobs chin grab?
Oh yes,
In every picture? Yeah. So he is doing that in this photo. And it's been pointed out that he's not wearing an Apple Watch. However, if you were the head of a
Steve Jobs would
global...
never.
Right? Yeah, he would never leave without us. But, like, at the same time, if you think about it, if you're trying to fake your death and you're Steve fucking Jobs, are you going to be wearing Apple merch?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Also, maybe he doesn't really like his own products that fucking much.
Honestly, true. Maybe he's like,
If I ever made merch of like clothing, I would never wear it.
Oh, I would.
Really?
Maybe-
I would never. I mean, like,
Steve Jobs,
maybe
like-
to bed or something, but I wouldn't actually like wear it out.
Yeah, no, Steve Jobs is maybe like Well, I
Not that
really
an
like the
Watch is,
Apple
like,
Watch.
merch, but
He's like,
still.
I love it until I start updating it, and then it gets so
It's
slow.
so slow, and then I just need a new one
Yeah.
right away.
Steve Jobs is more of a Samsung
Yes.
kind of guy.
Hey.
So yeah, that's the Steve Jobs conspiracy.
Okay.
Do I believe it? No.
No.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But doppelgangers are absolutely a thing.
I have two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I also have two. I never saw one of them because we were in Disneyland with my grandma and grandpa and my cousin. When I say we, I mean I. But I was there with them, and we usually split up. Like, me and my grandma are like, we're really close. We're pretty similar in terms of like, I was gonna say in terms of pace. I'm not like an old woman or anything, but like,
Yeah.
we like the same things. And whereas like my grandpa and my cousin are like insane, and they're like super energetic and just like children, but they're adults. So they were out together, and they saw a girl who they thought was me, and they like fully like went up to this poor girl, and then they were trying to take a photo of her after to show me that she looked
Oh my
exactly
God.
like me.
Not
But
surprised.
no,
That's fucking
not at
funny.
all. But yeah.
Next, I have Lord.
Okay.
Because we'll never be royal.
Alright,
Lord.
yes.
That Lord. Okay. So the theory is that Lord is actually a 40-something-year-old woman who faked her age to sell herself as a young musical prodigy.
I would listen to
Alright, we
Lord
have-
even if she was 40. Come on.
Right? Yeah, no, it's, we got some orphan action happening. Okay. So, basically what people are saying is that no 20-year-old is this emotionally intelligent.
Lies. I am.
Okay. I was gonna say, I
Step
have
aside,
met
Lord.
emotionally... Right? It's my turn. Yeah.
And that's that
people...
on childhood trauma.
Yes.
If you're not emotionally intelligent, you've had no trauma in your childhood.
Yeah, you've had a pretty easy life. So what people are saying is kind of the truth is, or not the truth, sorry, the proof is that Lord has kind of addressed this because she's shared her birth certificate, and many people think it looks doctored.
Oh god, it's like the Obama shit again.
Yeah, right?
It's
Right?
fake.
Yeah. So again, do I believe this?
Also, leave
No.
the poor girl alone. She's
Right?
probably like, fuck, I'm like 20 and you guys are saying I'm like 50.
Yeah, like what?
Hell.
No, I'm gonna say Lord is fucking 20.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Have you seen her?
She just
What-
has like
how
a
could she
very
possibly-
defined like jaw and like
That's it.
like just like bone structure. Her bone structure is very defined. That's
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
make you
doesn't mean you're old. Ugh. So yeah, that one, I don't. It's a no for me.
yeah, no.
Also,
Also, not everybody ages well. You don't have to fucking point it out. Jesus.
she's aging fine.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like she doesn't look old. Does she look older than 20? Sure. Yeah, I look older than 20 when I have makeup on. Well, I guess I'm 23 now, but I look older than that when I have makeup on.
Yeah.
Point is, shut the fuck up. Yeah, so Lord of Eternal Youth, I guess.
All right.
Next we have Stevie Wonder. I'm sure you know where this one is going.
Oh, yep.
Basically, the theory is that Stevie Wonder, the blind singer-songwriter, not actually blind. He's just been pretending for the last 6 decades.
Fraud.
For whatever reason, yeah. And the proof that people are kind of bringing forward is that he attends basketball games. Once he caught a falling mic stand. He likes photography and once took a photo.
And once took a photo?
Yes, literally.
You guys do know that blind people can function, right? And also blind people
No,
are-
I don't think they do.
And like blind people, like to be classified as blind, you don't have to like just be seeing pitch black. Like that's
Yeah.
not what being legally blind is. You can still somewhat see, but your vision is just very impaired.
Yeah. Honestly, the main person who thinks this, it sounds like, is on ESPN. Bomani Jones has written about it on his blog.
Okay.
Bomani,
chill, please.
like, yeah,
Take
really,
it back.
Bomani,
It's
like,
not-
fuck. So this one, no, I'm gonna say that he probably is blind. 60 years. is a long time to pretend that you can't see.
That's also a long time just to make sure that everybody who knows you're not blind keeps your fucking secret.
Right? And also,
Maybe it's placebo effect. Maybe it did start off as a lie,
Yeah.
and now he's actually blind. He's convinced
Maybe.
himself, and now he can't see.
Now he can't see.
Who knows?
it's honestly a tragedy and we need more compassion. No, but like, he once caught a falling mic stand. What?
What is that?
Maybe he just put his hand out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Also, again, blind people can, like, I don't know, feel things.
Yeah.
So if a mic stand is falling over and he's near it, is
Yeah.
it just impossible that he might notice that it's falling?
You have to also remember, like, when you lose one of your senses, your other senses are heightened, like, a lot.
Yeah. Yes,
So he might
totally.
have, like, heard it, or, like,
Yeah.
something.
Have you ever, when you're
yeah.
walking around in your house, you know, maybe at nighttime you're going, I don't know, going to the bathroom and you don't want to turn all the lights on, you
You can make your way to the bathroom.
hear everything better. You fucking
Yeah.
hear crickets
Oh my
outside,
God. So,
okay?
funny story about that. So
Yes.
I often forget to wear my glasses, but I am.
She does.
What is it?
Sometimes she'll
nearsighted?
pick me up. I don't know.
I don't. Whatever. I
What
can
are
see
you?
near, but I can't see far. Is that nearsighted? Yes, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm nearsighted, so I can't see things that are far away. So a lot of the times, I don't realize that I've forgotten my glasses until I'm already driving because I
Yeah, was
can't
gonna say,
see.
sometimes she just fucking picks me up and then we'll be driving and she's like, "Oh, I can't see anything." And I'm like, "Oh, wonderful."
I'm not blind. I'm just things
Just,
are
like,
very
kind
very
of.
blurry.
Yes.
But yeah, I was talking about this because I forgot my glasses at work one time, and one of my coworkers
Classic.
who also wears glasses was like, "Well, how did you forget your glasses? Like, how do you not notice?" And I was like, "Well, because like I don't notice until I'm already gone.
Yeah.
Because that's when I notice. Like, because usually when I'm at home and I'm getting ready, like I'm looking at everything that's close to me. I'm looking in my mirror right in front of me. My makeup's right in front of me. Like everything is just right in front of me." And he was like, "Yeah, but how did you get out of bed and go to the bathroom without your glasses?" I was like,
You turn your
What?
damn lights on.
I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I'm not like legally blind. Like I'm not like I'm
Also,
not seeing
do you
blackness
put your glasses on
to go to
while
the
you
bath. I
go
know
pee?
where the fucking bathroom is in my house. I don't
Like,
need my
what?
glasses to walk down a hallway." I was
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean?" And like he
Oh my
also
God.
wears glasses, so I was like,
Yeah.
"Literally, what are you on about? Like, what are you talking about? I'm
Sir,
beyond confused right now."
you sound high
Yeah,
maintenance.
can you not make it
No
to the
thanks.
bathroom without your glasses on? Really?
Apparently not.
It's just a hallway. Also, my bathroom is literally right beside my room.
It's just a hallway.
It's just a
damn
hallway.
it.
There's nothing in my hallway.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like holding on to the fucking
Mhm.
walls, making my way down the hall. I can walk to the bathroom and without my
yeah.
glasses. I can walk to the bathroom with my eyes closed. Like I know where my
Impossible.
house is.
You've been faking your nearsightedness.
Oh, you're right. I have.
For the last, how old are you? 2 decades, Danny.
Damn it! I've been convincing myself
God.
that these vision headaches are fake.
I was gonna say, be careful.
I know.
You're gonna go blind, just like Stevie. Jesus. All right. Next we have Britney Spears, the George Bush operative.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Theory: Britney was on the White House payroll.
okay.
Every time the Bush administration screwed up, they distracted the sheeple with another Britney scandal.
The sheeple.
The sheeple.
Oh my god.
Also, okay, look, I'm sorry. Who lets themselves get distracted from politics by
Britney
celebrity
Spears.
scandals?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
That you're doing that to yourself. I'm sorry. Well, this is the best part too. The main proof that people use for this is that November 6, 2007, Britney Spears and Kevin Federline,
Federline,
that one, announced their split.
K-Fed.
K-Fed, yes. They announced that they're breaking up
Mhm.
a day before a key midterm election.
Oh shit.
Britney Spears is on the White House payroll because she broke up with her boyfriend. Like, what?
But, like, wasn't he like heavily abusive boyfriend?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, I
pretty
think she was
sure
kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was a pretty abusive relationship, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
stay with them because you don't want to distract the politicians.
So I'm gonna say, what the who believes that? Oh my god, poor Britney.
Also, I even feel that if it was like a distraction,
Mhm.
the people who are getting distracted
probably didn't have your fucking vote anyway.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
and like the amount of people that are getting distracted,
Yeah.
I don't even really think like
These
are
damn
worth
sheeple.
anything. Like,
Ugh. Yeah, no. I just leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone. That's how I feel about that. Next, we have Bob Marley. All right. So the theory is that the CIA murdered Bob Marley because he and other reggae musicians were working to alert the public of the CIA's attempt to bring down Jamaican Prime Minister Michael Manley.
oh, I actually
Yeah,
think I
that's a
have
lot.
heard of this one.
Yes. This, I would say, out of all of them, is maybe, like,
The most probable.
the most probable.
Honestly,
Do I believe in it?
more
I
probable
don't
than
know.
Justin Bieber being a lizard person. Do you remember that conspiracy?
Oh my god.
That was,
or
like,
Cardi B.
when I was
Although,
in,
I've
like,
seen some of the
high
videos
school.
of Cardi B. Yeah.
I remember
Yeah, I've
when I was
seen
in high
her.
school, it was like Justin Bieber's a lizard man and he's working for the government, and I was like,
No,
I'm in love with a
Justin.
lizard? What?
My baby is a lizard man. I love lizards now. Yeah, so basically the proof for the Bob Marley one is that there was an article which essentially in the article it mentions that Carl Colby, who is the son of the late CIA director William Colby, visited Marley in 1976. That's the proof.
All right.
Yeah, so
I mean, if that's all you need to make a conspiracy theory, by all fucking means.
I was gonna say, I guess it is.
You have. I'm honestly, you got a good creative mind.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
you know what? I was gonna say, more than anything, I'm just impressed. Next we have Beyonce.
Yes.
Okay, I know there's quite a few that
She's got quite a few
surround
conspiracy
her.
theories.
She's a mysterious gal.
Yeah.
But this one is essentially that Beyonce, who's born in 1981. So is this accurate? I don't know. But Beyonce, born in 81, is actually Solange Knowles, who is her sister, maybe, who was also born in 1986. The conspiracy is that instead of being her sister, it's her mom.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Okay, and that the Knowles family covered up Beyonce's early pregnancy by claiming they were sisters.
Mm-hmm. Her teenage pregnancy.
Yeah. And the proof, so this is the interesting part. The proof for this one is that Beyonce was actually born in 1974, and her family also faked her birth certificate.
How do they have proof that of a birth certificate from 1974?
I was going to say, I don't actually know. Beyonce.
Where did y'all get that proof?
Yeah, where is this coming from?
I love all the Beyonce conspiracies because I just think they're so, like, just absolutely insane. Like,
They're just, like, off the raw.
oh
off
my
the
god, and you
raw,
also
off the
can't
wall.
link every fucking celebrity conspiracy theory to her. Like, just,
Yeah.
You can only pin so many conspiracies on one celebrity. Beyonce has the not being pregnant with, I think it was with Blue Ivy, that she faked her pregnancy and actually had a surrogate.
Yeah.
The Illuminati one, of course, that one's been around for
Classic.
fucking ever.
Classic.
And the Solange one.
Yeah.
Leave Beyonce alone.
Leave Beyonce alone.
Also,
So-
if she is Solange's mom, what fucking difference does it make to you guys? Literally,
Yeah,
what
I was
difference?
gonna say,
Not
that's,
you guys
like, the main
specifically,
thing.
but like,
Like,
you people who are theorizing this, literally,
Yeah.
why does it matter?
Who cares? Yeah. And I think that the interesting part about that is that the proof is actually just another conspiracy. I just looked it up. It's just another conspiracy theory.
Is it just that she also looks a little old?
I think so.
Stop commenting
God,
on women's
leave
age.
women alone.
God.
Jesus. Yeah, but yeah, that essentially the conspiracy is that she's her sister's mom because there's a conspiracy that her birth certificate is fake.
Okay. I mean, to each
I'm
their
good-
own.
That's a lot.
It's a little
You
bit
know
of a
what,
stretch.
Beyonce, if your sister is your child, good for you. Live your best life, honey. You're doing great. Although actually that would mean you had a baby when you were 12. So I take all of that back. Beyonce, who hurt you? I'm so sorry. All right, so next we have, there's only a few more left here, but we have Taylor Swift. This one is that Taylor Swift cheated on Calvin Harris and used Tom Hiddleston's relationship to cover it up. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston are filming a music video. Taylor Swift replaced the Tom Hiddleston relationship to distract from Kim Kardashian's comment about Kanye's famous. Did that make any sense? That was a lot. That really wrapped my brain. No.
What?
Oh my God. Okay. So basically, what we're saying here, or I'm not saying, I disagree with this, but basically what it is that Taylor Swift was using the fact, like she used the fact that she and Calvin Harris broke up and then, you know, got into it with Tom Hiddleston right away, as a distraction from the entire fucking shenanigans with
that.
Yeah.
The Kim and Kanye shit with the phone call and everything.
Exactly. That was crazy. Taylor, I kind of think you're a snake. I don't know. Yeah, that was, you know, it's hard because you never know what the truth is.
Yeah,
man.
I also just think that mix of fucking people, I don't really like any of you.
Yeah, no.
So
I like none of you.
I also think I mean, there's at a certain point where I just think that you're not really real, and a lot of things are for show, and I think all three of those people
Are pretty,
for show.
I'm gonna agree.
Theatrics.
And then the literally the main proof of this is just that she was wearing an I Heart TS shirt to distract. That's the interesting thing about a lot of these conspiracies is that if you look into why, it's just what?
Yeah.
That okay?
What else starts with TS?
Tom Sawyer. She's a Rush fan.
Yeah. I Heart Toxic Shock Syndrome.
I don't
that. What else is TS?
I Heart Tomato Soup.
Yeah, maybe she loves tomato soup.
I Heart Training Skids. I love training skids.
Sure. Maybe she likes skids. Who knows?
Yeah, skids.
You know?
They deserve more attention. Okay. So yeah, that's essentially I mean, there are a lot of Taylor Swift conspiracy theories. I think people also think that she's a fucking lizard. But I don't know. I care 0% about her. Right? Do they exist? I don't know. Are they Cardi B and Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber? No, probably not.
You really think they're gonna give lizard people fame?
Right?
Doubtful.
They want you to be a secret. They want they want the lizard people to be behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know, maybe Anonymous is lizard people,
Maybe.
but not Justin Bieber.
No.
So my next one is about Paul McCartney.
Oh yes.
Yes. So this one is this one's Paul McCartney was killed in a car crash in 1967 and was replaced by a lookalike. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is I think out of all of them the most okay, sure. One. It's the most one that I'm okay, maybe that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the proof is that playing Revolution 9 backwards, you hear hints and clues about being in a car crash or being replaced, lots of song lyrics, album covers, basically just anything that people can overanalyze and be like, he's talking about being lonely. It's kind of like going back into the Avril.
Yeah.
Where people are saying that having the name Melissa written on her hand, is Melissa trying to say that she's, she's
they were just
there.
best friends.
Literally. So that's where we're at with Paul McCartney. I wouldn't be super surprised. It, doubles is lookalikes and stuff, as we talked about before. That's a thing. And sure, Paul McCartney makes a lot of fucking money for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a pretty good motivator for a double. So my last one of the day is Katie John Benet Perry. Mm-hmm. All right. The theory is that John Benet Ramsey, the real John Benet Ramsey, was not murdered in 1996 and actually grew up to be Katy Perry.
Yep.
And the proof from this is kind of comparing photos, overlapping photos, and then also looking at Katy Perry's parents versus John Benet Ramsey's parents.
Okay.
And just saying what the similarities are.
Mm-hmm.
Which, You know,
Sorry.
okay, that was really cute.
Thank you.
Wild. I mean, I guess, like, if you put blonde hair on Katy Perry, I guess, you know, John Bonet could have grown up to look like Katy. But also, let's be real, Katy Perry just looks like every other white girl.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. She's got, like, big blue eyes. She looks like Zoe Deschanel. Deschanel. And then that other one that looks like both of them. So it doesn't mean that it's John Benet Ramsey just because they look similar.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with that one. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm not a huge believer in the celebrity conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
They just all seem like bullshit.
Like such a stretch.
Yeah, right? I think the only one that actually, like, I find kind of compelling is the Steve Jobs one.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one that I find even moderately compelling.
Have you heard the Tupac one?
Oh, yes.
And
yeah,
that's the other one where I'm like...
Yeah.
I mean, like...
I didn't want to do Tupac because I think if we're going to do that, he deserves his own
Yes.
episode.
I agree.
So, but, no. That one's an interesting one. And, okay, like, I'm going to amend my previous statement. There are some celebrity conspiracy theories that I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, like, that makes sense. Like, the whole the Free Britney. I mean, I guess that's less, a conspiracy theory right now versus just, like, objective fact. But, you know, there's a few that I'm like, okay, like, I can see that. But for the most part, they just, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of, it's like, I don't know, reading that page is like reading the National Enquirer to me. So it's just like, it's just fun reading, I guess. You know, it's just what people who are bored come up with.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Do I think it's true?
No.
Not at all. But it's fun. And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I'm with you. It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It just seems like such a stretch and like literally like just like no facts behind it. You
Well,
know?
and also like I think the main thing is just like why?
Yeah.
Just why?
Yeah.
Why would Lorde pretend that she's 20?
Yeah.
Why would Stevie Wonder pretend that he's blind?
Yeah, literally. Like, what are you gaining from that?
Yeah, like it just.
Like, I guess you're a blind pianist, and that's cool, but.
Yeah, but I mean, people are gonna fucking listen. Like with someone like Stevie Wonder with his music, people are gonna fucking listen to you whether you're blind or not. No one cares.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess it adds that bit of adversity, but when you have that kind of talent, you don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
And you're right. Like I would listen to Lorde if she was 50. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like it doesn't matter.
Well, and I mean, like, look at even fucking like Lady Gaga.
Right?
Like she was super famous.
older.
When did she's 34 now?
Yeah.
Like, and like young people still listen to her. I mean, like she's like incredible and like people of all ages listen to her, but her age literally doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares.
No.
So, yeah. I guess I think that's pretty much it for my Avril / conspiracy episode. So let me know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think that some of these are real? Do you believe in lizard people? I don't,
If
but
you
I would
believe,
love to hear what you say.
Please tell me why.
Yes, send me a
Give
detailed
me your
email.
Evidence. I'm not going to judge you. I just
No,
wanna see
I
it.
want to know.
wanna know.
I will share this on an episode. If you have a compelling enough email about lizard people, we'll dedicate an episode to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's our next mini-sode or mini episode.
Lizard people.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that wraps us up.
Oh shit.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry. My friend just listened to our most recent episode, and he said Ice lost way more kids than that.
Yeah. Well, I think they've definitely lost more, but that was just the,
No,
the
totally.
one bush.
Yeah. Well, that I was gonna say that's what's relevant to that story.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, you can cut that out if you want. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
Yeah. Thank
Let me know what you think. Do you think Avril is it just a body double? Do you think she's real Avril? I think
Or
Danny.
maybe even Avril. Maybe she's not even dead. She just didn't want to be in the spotlight anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
true.
why she has a body double, so her fame and fortune can still be
happening. Just
and profited off of
not with her.
record labels. I mean, not that she's the most.
Well, I mean, a lot of the time, too, especially when you're younger, you sign away a lot of fucking rights to your stuff.
Yep.
Well,
and especially if you're new, like a new celebrity, you don't fucking know.
Totally.
You don't know. Ow. I just hit my hand.
Oh, poor girl.
Throwing my arms around. You don't know.
Well, Danny's going to the emergency room now, so... Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. I don't remember if we plugged our social media, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah. We are Silence of the Hags pretty much everywhere. We're Silence of the Hags on Instagram, silenceofthehags@gmail.com, Silence of the Hags Apple Podcasts and also Spotify and YouTube as well.
Also, one more new place. I actually just got an email about it.
Ooh.
Pocket Cast. We are also Silence of the Hags on Pocket Cast. It's also on our link tree.
Ooh, nice. So exciting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, feel free and listen wherever works for you. Let us know how it's going. Feel free to give us feedback. We're still learning. We've gotten some feedback already on a few episodes, and we're doing our best to action it. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.